कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधव देवपदम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। So we are meeting after almost 3 weeks. So as thought earlier or as declared before, we were planning to have the inauguration of Samadhi Mandir in the month of April between 21 and 23rd, and accordingly all the arrangements have been made for the stay of the devotees here, and the work was also going on at such a pace so as to complete all the work inside the samadhi, so that the services of the deities can continue. However, things took a different direction during the Navadvip Dham Parikrama, when various devotees came here. Also the governing body members, they came here. They saw the progress of the work not as satisfactory as they expected for a proper installation ceremony to happen. Therefore, together with all other members, it has been decided that the Samadhi inauguration will not be happening in the month of April, and subsequently the date of actual inauguration will be announced later depending on the progress of the work. So that has been decided by various members, particularly the governing body members of the organization. So we have to follow the instructions as it comes from the seniors and superior Vaishnavas. So it is definitely, it has happened by the desire of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, most revered Srila Gurudev and Param Gurudev. Otherwise, no human being has got any capacity to interfere in God's desire. If God desires something, no man can do any action against it. Therefore, if we see that if this is a man-made thing, then we are not able to see from a holistic perspective. Supreme Lord is the controller of everything and everyone. We may see some instrumental causes in this material world, some small controllers in this material world, but ultimately it is completely under the control of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He is the one who is controlling everything, maintaining everything, and if it were his desire to happen, nobody could have stopped it. If it were his desire not to happen, then nobody could have forcibly, done it. So the proper understanding in this particular case is, it is the will of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, nothing else. It is the will of most revered Srila Gurudev and Param Gurudev and nothing else that has caused this delay in the inauguration process, which has happened for good, for sure. We are not able to see today what good is there, uh, in the underlying beneath this. We are not able to see it due to our limited vision, due to our limited understanding, due to our limited intelligence and mind. But certainly, when we want to come under the control of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, we will be able to understand the reason for this also. So, even though it is not a very good news to accept, not only for those who have put hopes on coming here, but for those like us who are directly involved in getting the job completed on time, for us also it's kind of a shaking of our hopes basically. But still, we have to take courage, thinking that it's all Supreme Lord's desire, and nothing happens outside his desire. And also, for those devotees who have already reserved their tickets to come to Mayapur during this period, we request them to kindly come, not cancel their tickets, because anyway they are due to come to Mayapur for Parikrama, they have not come. So it is good opportunity to come to Mayapur and pray for the grace of Shivan Mahaprabhu, go on Parikrama to various places. Personally, I have a desire to go to Gaudamandal Parikrama to various places during this time, 3 days, 21, 22, 23, when all the devotees are here. We want to reserve some, cab or bus, depending on the number of devotees, and take them to various pastime places of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that, we will feel connected to the pastimes that we are reading in Chaitanya Charitamrita and other scriptures. Like, for example, Mahaprabhu came, when he went to Vrindavan through the Gauda Bhumi, through this Bengal, he went all the way to Ramkeli village where Rupa and Sanatana were working, and they had met Mahaprabhu there. So the place is still there. We can go there, we can speak the glories of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Mahaprabhu, go there and take darshan of that place. Kanai Natashala, up to which place Mahaprabhu went and returned back. We can go to that place. And Ekachakra Dham, where Nityanand Prabhu appeared. We can go to Srikhanda, we can go to Katwa, we can go to so many other places that are usually not, visited during the Navadvip Dham Parikrama. They are a little far off. So, we will not be able to cover all the places, but at least the 3 days will be engaging. We can go to various places, we can perform kirtan, we can have Bhakta Sangha, association with the devotees, and we can listen to the pastimes of Mahaprabhu and his devotees in the company of all the devotees. So we can utilize our time, we can utilize our resources and everything for that purpose. So I would personally request. At first I am very sorry for those who have booked their tickets. It's a great financial loss. I understand, but still, seeing that nothing can go outside the will of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, let us utilize this opportunity. Maybe he wants us to come and visit Gauda Mandal. We have been coming to this place several times, but we have not visited the places of Mahaprabhu's associates. So maybe this is an opportunity that Lord wants to provide to us. Who knows? With our limited intelligence, we will not be able to understand. Therefore, let us utilize this opportunity and time. If not, if we cannot go far off, no problem. Let us do at least this Navadvip Dham Parikrama. Let's go to various places and visit those pastime places and come. So, as per the devotee's desire, we are here to serve. When they come here, we will be very honored, greatly honored, and we will feel privileged to get an opportunity to serve all of you, to take you to whatever place you want to in the limited time, and be with you and dance as you may want us to dance, so that you will be pleased with us and you are not feeling unhappy for whatever announcements we made, and due to which you had to undergo financial loss or loss of hopes or loss of whatever it is. So I sincerely pray that all of you please come, give your service, give service opportunity to us, and be pleased by our service, and then bless us so that we will be able to do service of Gurudev and Vaishnavas with more energy, enthusiasm, and determination. So we also got an opportunity to continue our Harikatha recitations, daily recitations from today onwards. So we have been going through the Ajamila's holy life, and there is still little bit pending in Ajamila's life. That is, after Ajamila was delivered by the Vishnu Dutas, there was a discussion between the Yamadutas and the Vishnu Dutas, and Vishnu Dutas chastised the Yamadutas. They told that how can there be injustice in the court of Yamaraj, who is supposed to be the controller of everyone, who is supposed to be merciful, who is supposed to be giving instructions as Guru, who is supposed to be caring like a father. How can there be any injustice? We are just like animals. Living entities are just like animals, putting complete faith in the caretaker. So if the caretaker, is not properly, affectionate or not taking care of his or her subjects properly, then where will this poor innocent animal go? So it is not good to have injustice in the court of Yamaraj, who is supposed to be the Lord of Justice. Then they spoke about the glories of the holy name, about devotion, how it is devotional process is superior to karma, jnana and dhyana. Tapasya is superior to all these processes, and how chanting of the holy name, even though with indifference, even with out of some inattentiveness, even in such a manner, when one chants the holy name, one will get deliverance from all the sinful actions. And Ajamila has not chanted once. The first time he chanted, when he named his son Narayana, at that time itself all his sins are destroyed. Subsequently, whenever he chanted the holy name, it only added to his sadhan bhajan. Therefore, how can you take this Ajamila to your place? He is not subject to the punishment of Yamaraj. You have to understand that anyone who has chanted Lord Narayana's name, because Vedas are Narayana himself, those who are chanting such Narayana's name, how can anybody other than Vishnu Dutas have control over them? The Lord has taken a vow that he is going to take care of all those who have come under him. Therefore, Ajamila is not to be punished. In this manner, Vishnudutas defeated all the Yamadutas. They released Ajamila from the clutches of the Yamadutas, and both Yamadutas and Vishnudutas, they disappeared from that place. Ajamila, who had seen this in his subtle consciousness, the discussion between the Vishnudutas and Yamadutas, how he was in great pain and trouble, during which he chanted his son's name Narayana, just because of which Narayana Dutas had come and rescued him. He realized the importance of Bhakti Yoga. He realized the importance of chanting of the holy name. I have performed so many good activities before I became a sinner, but none of them had come to my rescue. Only chanting of Lord Narayana's name at the time of death had saved me from such a danger. Therefore, I shall no longer waste my time for this material activities. He immediately gave up his house, his family, children, etc. He went to Badrika Ashram, and there he meditated upon the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, chanting his name. Very soon he could concentrate his mind completely on Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, and the Vishnudutas whom he had seen previously, again they came in front of him with a golden aeroplane. They took Ajamila on that, Ajamila climbed on that golden aeroplane, and they took him to Vishnu Loka, to the abode of Lord Narayana. Then Sukadev Goswami mentions to Parikshit Maharaj that how it's called Falashruti, what are the fruits of hearing this narration of Ajamila. So there in Falashruti, Sukadev Goswami tells Parikshit Maharaj that those who attentively hear with faith the holy narration of Ajamila, those who read it, all their sins will be destroyed. What is important is with faith. With faith, those who attentively listens this, all the sins will be destroyed, and Yamadutas will never give any trouble to them. After saying the glories of Ajamila, the Ajamila's narration, again Sukadev Goswami tells, my dear Parikshit, a person, Ajamila, who has chanted the holy name indifferently or accidentally, when he got freed from all the sinful actions and attained Vishnu Loka, what to speak of a person who is chanting the holy name with utmost faith and submission? What to speak of such a person? So, there Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written, just to again emphasize the importance of chanting the holy name, Sukadev Goswami is speaking this verse after Falashruti. Falashruti is supposedly the last one in any episode. But after Falashruti also is speaking means, again Sukadev Goswami is giving emphasis, very strongly is telling how the holy name is supreme. Now, that is where chapter number 2 ended, and we also stopped our Harikatha recitations because Gaur Purnima was coming, and we were wanting to stop for a long time, but now by the desire of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, we had only break for 3 weeks. So we will continue from 6th canto, 3rd chapter, verse number 1. Shri Rajo Uvacha Nishamya Devaha Swa Bhatopavarnitam Pratyah Kim Tanapi Dharmarajah Evang Hatagyo Vihatan Murare मुरारेर नैर्देशिकैर्यस्य वशे जनो अयम. महाराज परीक्षित कहिलेन, हे ऋषिवर, এই সমস্ত লোক যাহার বশবর্তী সেই যমরাজের আজ্ঞা এইরূপে প্রতিহত হইলে স্বীয় দূতগণের মধ্যে তদ বিষয়ে অবগত হইয়া যমরাজ হরিকিঙ্করগণের দ্বারা পরাজিত সেই দূতগণকে কি কহিলেন? So now this chapter opens with a question or an inquiry by Parikshit Maharaj. Sukadev Goswami is speaking and Parikshit Maharaj is very attentively hearing. And therefore, Parikshit Maharaj is now inquiring. My dear Rishi, best among all the Rishis, Yamaraj is the controller of everyone. He dictates what is right, what is wrong. Everyone has to follow his dictation. Everyone is therefore under his control. Therefore, such Yamaraj, when he sent his own messengers to Ajamila, they got defeated with the Vishnu Dutas, Hari Kinkaras, the servants of Vishnu. Therefore, that Yamaraj, who is supposedly the controller of everyone and supposedly the one who is going to decide what is right and what is wrong, when his messengers were defeated by the messengers of Vishnu, what did Yamaraj tell to his messengers? When they came with a defeated face and message to Yamaraj, did he become angry? Did he chastise them? Did he punish them? What did he do? What was his reaction? What did he say? Shri Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, এই তৃতীয় অধ্যায়ে যমকিঙ্করগণ বিষ্ণুদূতগণ কর্তৃক নিজ অবমাননার কথা যমরাজকে বললেন এবং যমরাজ তাহাদিগকে ভক্তির অদ্ভুত মহিমা শিক্ষা দান করিলেন. In this third chapter, we are going to hear the conversation between the Yamadutas and Yamaraj, the messengers of Yamaraj and Yamaraj himself, wherein after being defeated by the Vishnudutas, they were greatly humiliated. The Yamadutas were greatly humiliated, and in such a mood, when they came to Yamaraj and when they spoke what had happened at the place of Ajamila in front of Yamaraj, at that time Yamaraj gave some beautiful instructions or glories of devotion. He is giving some beautiful instructions and the glories of devotion to Yamadutas. This is what we are going to hear in this particular chapter. विष्णुदूत ও নিজানুচরগণ কর্তৃক যদিও যমরাজ ধিক্কৃত হইয়াছিলেন তথাপি তিনি ক্রুদ্ধ হন নাই, পরন্তু নিজের অশিক্ষণ হেতু অনুতাপ করিয়াছিলেন, ইহা বর্ণিত হইয়াছে. And also further in this chapter it describes when the messengers, when his own messengers were humiliated by Vishnudutas and they were totally blamed and abused. What is this you are doing? Are you coming from Yamaraj, a person who is supposed to be caretaker of everyone? He is behaving like this. How can ordinary human beings peacefully live in this material world when their own caretaker, when their own affectionate master is doing like this? So it's a great humiliation to Yamaraj. It's a great, blame on Yamaraj. In spite of that, Yamaraj did not become angry. He was not angry with it. But on the contrary, he was only repentful that he had not given proper training to his messengers. This is what we are going to also hear, that how Yamaraj was repentful for not for his messengers not being trained properly about what is good, what is bad, who is the controller, who is not, who has the right to punish, who has no right. All these things they have no knowledge, for which Yamaraj was not happy. He was not angry with Vishnudutas, but he was not happy about his own messengers. This is also going to be described in this chapter. Vishnudutagan Kartrika Nirnito Shastrartha Jamarajer Mukhe Dhrida Koribar Jonno Tritiya Adhyay Arambha Koritechan. In this third chapter, why is this third chapter finished already? Ajamila is delivered, the glories of the holy name have been established, the Falashruti, the significance of hearing to the narration of Ajamila, all these things are established. Then why to again bring up this particular episode of Ajamila? Finished. That is the end of it. But here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that the scriptural essence as enunciated by the Vishnudutas has been further emphasized in this chapter by Yamaraj. Yamaraj, who is accepted as the controller, the chief person for the justice, means a person who is giving justice, the judge, he should have knowledge of good and bad. He should have knowledge of all the sides of the case. So, Vishnudutas, they might have presented only one side of the case, one may say. They have presented one side of the case. And Yamadutas, they have presented another side of the case. One may say. Therefore, what is right, what is wrong? In order to emphasize what Vishnudutas have said as the actual essence of all the scriptures, those are the actual teachings of scriptures, this particular chapter is there. So, not that Vishnudutas have become partial to those who have chanted the holy name, they are not partial, but the impartial, Yamaraj, he is also giving the same words. So that is the reason for this particular chapter. Tanmadhe Purva Adhyaye Yamaragye Yatha Sarvam Chakshuhu Arthat Jamadutagan Vishnudutagan Kartrik Parajito Hiya Jamarajer Nikatagiya Jathajato Samuday Ghatana Nivedan Koriachilan Iha Ukta Hoyache তারপর কি ঘটিল ইহা জিজ্ঞাসা করিতেছেন নিশম্য ইত্যাদি. And in the previous chapter, after it is said that after Vishnudutas defeated the Yamadutas left for the Yamapuri or Yamaloka, and there they narrated everything that has happened in the case of Ajamila. They submitted everything to Yamaraj. This is what was told in the previous chapter. Now, in this chapter, what happened after that is the question that Parikshit is telling. What happened to Ajamila? That is complete. But what happened to, because the Vishnudutas became victorious, fine. They took him to Vishnuloka also, no problem. So, Vishnudutas are happy, Ajamila is happy. But what happened to the Yamadutas and the Yamaraj? They went to him, they spoke to him. What happened after that? This is what Parikshit Maharaj wanted to know. That is why in this chapter that is being mentioned. Naideshikaihi Shri Harir Agyakarigan Kartrikai Vihatan Bitadito Nija Dutagan ke কি বলিয়াছিলেন. So whatever the order carriers of Vishnudutas spoke to the messengers of Yama, when they came back to him, Yamaraj, what Yamaraj spoke to them is what is comprised in this particular chapter. এবং তিনি নিজেও হতাজ্ঞা যাহার আদেশ বাধাপ্রাপ্ত হইয়াছে তাদৃশ হইয়াছে. And he also became hatagya. Hatagya means he has given some order, but it went against his order. Without the order of Yamaraj, Yamadutas would not have gone there. So it was his order to bring Ajamila, but it happened against his order. So in such a state, what did he do? Is the question. Yamasya devasya nadanda bhangaha कुतश्चनर्षे श्रुतपूर्व आसीत् एतन्मुने वृष्यति लोकसंशयं न हि त्वदन्य इति मे विनिश्चितम्. हे मुनिवर, যমদেবের আজ্ঞা লঙ্ঘিত হয়, ইহা পূর্বে কথাও শোনা যায় নাই, সুতরাং এই বিষয়ে সকল লোকের সংশয় বর্তমান রইয়াছে. Parikshit Maharaj is telling, my dear Muni, Sukadev Goswami, Yamaraj's order had been superseded any time. We have not heard this before. Whatever Yamaraj has ordered, something has gone against it or someone has superseded it. We have not heard this before. সুতরাং এই বিষয়ে সকল লোকের সংশয় বর্তমান রইয়াছে. Therefore, there might be a doubt in everyone's heart that what is right, what is wrong. A person who is supposedly the best judge, today his judgment has gone wrong. So, what will people think? Somebody has gone against the order of Yamaraj. So, this is not understood by everyone easily. আপনি ব্যতীত আর কেহই সেই সংশয় ছেদন করতে পারবেন না. Nobody can, other than you, nobody other than you can, dispel this doubt from the heart. That has such a thing ever happened? That Yamaraj's order has been completely nullified? So only you can, clear this doubt in the heart. Ihai amar dridha vishwas, this is my firm faith that only you can do it. Ataiva kripa koriya se sanshay dur korun. Therefore, kindly dispel my doubt. Shri Shuka uvacha Bhagavat Purushai Rajan Yamya Pratihatodyamaha Pating Vigyapayam Asuryamam Samyamani Patim. श्री सुखदेव कहिलेन, हे राजन, भगवत पार्षदगण द्वारा भग्नोद्यम जमदूतगण संयमनी पुरीर अधीश्वर प्रभु जम के समस्त वृत्तांत निवेदन करिलो. Sukadev Goswami is continuing to Parikshit Maharaj, hey Rajan, my dear king, the messengers of Yamaraj being defeated by the associates of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, they immediately went to Samyamani Puri, the Yamapuri, the place abode of Yamaraj, and to their Prabhu, to their master Yamaraj, they have explained the entire episode, what has happened there, what was the discussion, how everything has taken place in the at Ajamila, at Ajamila's house. Everything was mentioned by the Yamadutas to Yamaraj. Okay, so I will stop here for today. There is some little time, but I will stop here. Tomorrow we will hear what Yamadutas have submitted to Yamaraj, what they spoke, and what, if they have any questions, if they have any doubts, what they have put forth in front of Yamaraj, we will go through tomorrow. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय. परमाराध्यतम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय. नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट होम विष्णुपाद प्रवंश स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय. श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधा गोविंद श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय. श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी एवं परीक्षित महाराज की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय. जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. समागत हरिकथा श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. पिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.